just a quick additional video. And again, if you've watched my content, you know I don't trust either party at all. I just don't. I think they all end up getting that cesspool we call Washington. As we've seen with Sinema from Arizona, once the money starts hitting the pocket, they're very easy to corrupt. You have to have someone with extreme moral convictions, and we should not have these people in Washington for more than 2 terms, ever. It's just too easy to become corrupt, to take the money and become paid for, and we can see that with this latest vote on funding for Department of Homeland Security, ICE. They just gave ICE even more money to do the heinous things they're doing. And we can't, as I've said before, if you think this year's election and Democrats are going to save this country, I'm going to tell you you're probably wrong, just based on what they do and how they do it, and the fact that they haven't stood up for anything. The leadership can't even get its members to coalesce and fight back for the American people. Remarkably, Thomas Massie, a Republican, voted against this legislation because he chose not to be part of the problem. But Tom Suozzi of New York, Henry Cuellar Soeller of Texas, he's an asshole anyway. Shouldn't even be called a Democrat. They should just kick him out and let him just become a Republican. Don Davis out of North Carolina, Laura Gillen out of New York, Vincent Gonzalez, Texas. I mean, they will eat their own. They don't care. As long as they get whatever they get out of it, they don't care. And Marie Perez of Washington State. And you can't even file a complaint with the DNC without giving them all your information. And the first button you see that's all lit up is the big red donate. I have in the past donated to some people that I thought would be decent. That bet hasn't turned out very well, judging by the way they vote, and I do pay attention to that as well. Or the fact that they're, at this point, not saying a word with what's going on in this country. Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, as we've seen, are worthless. Hakeem Jeffries, all he's interested in is selling a book and talking a good game, because I think his end game is to run for president. It's always about the next election with them. It's not about helping people. It's not about protecting the constituents. It's about how much can I get out of the constituents and run for the next office or keep this job. That's it. And they will not go against their corporate overlords because they need, that money to try to keep that job. It's disgusting. It really is. But these 7 Democrats voted to fund ICE instead of standing with obviously they're not reading the room, but they chose this rather than stand with the American people and say no. It's ridiculous. And I'm just done with it. I don't care. If they're not going to help us, what does it freaking matter who's in their office? I always get the argument, well, if you don't vote for them, then a Republican will get their spot. And the difference would be what? Please tell me. The difference would be what? If they're going to go along and they're going to just cave on everything anyway, what does it matter? It doesn't. Prove me fucking wrong. We've seen time and time again while we have people standing here going, focus on the midterms, focus on the next election, focus blah, 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 blah. Go out and help your candidate. If you can't Then find somebody to primary them. And baby, really? Really? At this point, I don't see anybody else stepping in the ring to primary these people. But we need someone, preferably someone that's not drunk the Republican or Democrat Kool-Aid and will only do what they're told to do. We didn't send you to Washington to be told to do the right thing. You shouldn't have to be told to do the right thing. We would hope that the leadership would encourage their members to do the right thing, but you shouldn't have to be told. You should be already willing to do the right thing. You should be already willing to fight for the people that sent you there. And as we see, they are not. I don't care what you say. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. There isn't a party available in this country that's going to stand up for the people. They're just not there. It's not there anymore. None of them. None of them. They're all crooks. They're all crooks. They're all perverts, or they're all protecting perverts. That's what we have. My suggestion is this midterm, if it happens, just vote for the person that don't have the seat already. If there's a Republican holding the seat, vote for the Democrat. If there's a Democrat holding the seat, vote for a Republican. Let's change out the whole guard. Let's change out all of them. And send the message that we're not going to pull up the bullshit anymore. If you want that job, you better fucking produce some results for us. Not the billionaires, not the corporate overlords, and not the leadership of your party. I mean, it's a pipe dream, but one can always hope. Have a good night.